across the way. So
That's right over this way, right?
yeah, it's going to be generally in this space right around here. We have some other things that we have to be a little bit for, but in the end, it's going to be in this general area.
Where the old mental health center was.
That was right there. So yeah.
That's a portion of it, I think.
Yeah. So just so we're clear on that, we'll get started here in a few minutes.
What is the game plan?
You want to do the log or just leave it on the
Well,
table?
look, let's talk about this. What you guys? I know how this works, right? So we do the one-on-ones. You're a face I haven't seen. Press times, okay. You're in. Oh no, we've met. Yes. Sorry.
You were there? You were there?
Yeah. I don't know if I met you yet. I'm Troy. Okay. So, as we all know, you guys don't use half the stuff that we talk about. So, do we want to do the traditional, like we're going to get up and say a few words? Do we want to do more of the stage photos, showing the supports, and then you guys go into your one-on-ones, or do you just want to hear us talk, and then you'll find a story inside of that?
I would go option two.
Yeah, always talking.
We'll get a little bit of you guys together, and then we'll just do one-on-one.
Right,
Easier
yeah.
for everybody.
Good enough, I'm just trying to be
Yeah,
efficient.
they want it live. Not me.
You know our story.
Don't know why,
So,
but
if you guys want, you can put the microphones on.
I don't know how close it is. That one.
We should put this cable up.
Yeah.
You guys have your banner?
We do, it's in the car. Well, we formed a company in September 2022, just like a year ago. It's been about 2 years that we started. Yeah, we came up at,
Yeah, no, but when you start like.
about 2 years.
Well, that's good.
About 2 years ago.
Put this here.
If they have some.
You know what? If you need David, and Jeff, you guys just stand right here and hold this. Please, if you wouldn't mind being our props. No. They'll have someone take one.
Yep, we're good. Oh, yeah, no, you're good, yeah.
Remove the,
Gail and Kim come up. Who's speaking, Gail? Brevity is the best because again, you guys, they're going to want to do more of a one-on-one. Talk about just what inspired you, Kim, to do this, your journey, and from there they'll take it.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Troy Streckenbach, Brown County Executive, STRECKENBACH. Are we good on sound for what you're going to take right now?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Matt, if you want to join us, please do. You represent our CVSO. Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to really kind of talk about a project that's been underway for a few years. We've been really inspired by the commitment by community members to really do something that helps out our community overall, but most importantly, our veterans in our community. And so today you're going to hear from both Gail and Kim briefly about this project. And also Patrick Buckley, our chairman of the Board of Supervisors. Specifically, why Brown County is standing here. So Brown County, we're very fortunate to have some land right here where we're kind of standing. Today we're at the Veterans Manor, which was a project that Brown County sold the land to an organization that built housing for homeless veterans. And so this is a continuation of our effort as a county to make sure that we're doing everything we possibly can to help out the veterans in our community. Be very clear, Brown County is not in the housing business. And secondly, we provide programming and services to veterans. So this fits within our wheelhouse, but more importantly, we have capacity to be one of the supporters of this overall project in its endeavor. So we're really appreciative of their efforts. Through our county Veterans Service Office, we know the need of veterans within our community, and so this project just kind of hits right at home. And in the end, we're really appreciative of, again, your commitment to helping out the community members. This is not done yet. Part of what I believe Chairman Buckley will talk about is this upcoming Wednesday, there will be a county board vote to ultimately approve. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chairman Buckley.
Thank you, Troy. So I became aware of this, we were just talking about this about 2 years ago on one of the honor flights. Gail was there and talking about this and talking about how they wanted to get this done. And it's amazing that, you know, I know it's 2 years later and sometimes government doesn't move overly fast, but we had an opportunity to take what would be, I would believe, their dream to do this and be a part of it from the county standpoint. And Wednesday is really important. It's gone through committee and it'll come to the county board for a final vote to get this underway. So I'm here to just show our support and to hopefully have our fellow supervisors come Wednesday vote for this project. So
Turn it over
Gail?
to Gail.
All right.
Gail, can you just give us your name here so we've got it for the record, please?
Gail Nohr, Gailnohr. And my husband Kim, Kim. So, yes, Pat is right. I started thinking about this a couple of years ago. I was employed at the Brown County Veterans Service Office, taking phone calls of veterans who were homeless or about to lose their home every day. And I felt like I needed to do something. And Kim then just retired as a carpenter home builder, and I said, I think we need to start building a tiny homes village for these veterans in need. I found out, I joined the Housing and Homeless Coalition, found out there was over 80 homeless veterans in Green Bay and over 1,000 that need affordable housing. We brought it to the county board, and they were kind enough to kind of steer us in the right direction. And now they're kind enough to be offering us this land. So we're appreciative that it's coming before the board on Wednesday, and we hope that it goes through.
Kim, you want to say anything?
We just appreciate the liberties that we have in this country and the fact that our veterans are the ones that gave us that liberty. So what we're trying to do is just kind of circle back and help the veterans that need a little support and hopefully give them that hand up. That's really what it boils down to.
Yes, we do have about 20 different agencies that are supplying, they're offering and volunteering all their services, along with the workforce development, 5 different employment agencies, different mental health agencies, different behavioral health programs that we're offering, so 20 different programs to help them to become self-sufficient in 2 to 5 years. That's the goal.
And the trades have really stepped up and want to be a part of this also. So some of the unions, non-unions, Job Corps, there's a lot of people that really want to be a part of this. So it's really helped us a lot.
And they're also offering apprenticeships, so our veterans can get a career out of this and get NWTC credit.
Yeah, when we heard the story, we felt it was extremely just inspiring in terms of what they were looking to accomplish. As we learned more about mental health and homelessness and how the two are very connected, We realize having a safe home for someone to start their journey in recovery is the first step. And so the tiny homes kind of serves as that first step in giving that secure and safe space for someone to begin their journey to where they ultimately want to be. And so when you think about all the different programming and items that we'll be able to provide, we're excited about that. Oh, that's interesting. The ring is talking to us. And so when today's announcement's really about supporting the county's investment in terms of the land to hopefully see this veterans' tiny homes come to fruition and located right here on the county property. Of course, what they're planning on doing inside the four walls and the overall programming that they're going to provide, as you heard, there's a lot of things happening inside that space and a lot of community partners who will eventually be part of this overall program. One of the things that we did work with Kim and Gail was really, how do you make sure that this is sustaining? How do you make sure that the revenue that's being generated can make sure that this is long lasting? And to their credit, they did a lot of work in those last 2 years to make sure that their business model made sense and that they were going to be able to generate the revenue necessary so that their overall game plan in helping veterans out is successful long term.
How many tiny homes are you planning to build here in the future, and how many veterans is that supposed to house?
There will be 21 homes in a community center when we're finished. We're planning on starting construction in the spring. So we're going to build 6 homes in a community center in phase 1, and then 7 more, and then 7 more. So
eventually it'll be 25 veterans, because some of them will be 2-bedroom with transitional units.
Okay.
Yes.
So that'll expand that a little bit more.
Yeah, there'll be 4 2-bedroom transitional units. So out of the shelter, they can live for free till they get a job, and they only pay 30% of their income. And the affordable units will be below fair market value of rent. So right now, that's about 740,
Right now, Brown County 764.
below that.
They do have some information if you want to provide you that.
That was going to be the next question here, as far as how big the units are we talking about here?
Yep, the affordable units are 400 square feet, and the transitionals are 600 square feet, 2 bedrooms. Kitchens, bathrooms, everything that they could need in a community. So the community center will be in the middle, and then the houses will be around it.
I know you're just announcing this here today, but word tends to get around, especially among veterans and those that are in need of help. Have you had anybody come to you or any of you here to say, hey, when's this going to happen? How do I get on the list? Yada, yada.
We do get calls a lot, and we do have 4 people on our wait list right now. People that I've worked at. I was a counselor at the Veterans Homeless Shelter, the VHRP, and some of those residents want to stay with us. So.
Starts in the spring, the construction. What's the completion date, please?
Well, the first phase, which will be the first 7, we're shooting for October of 2024. And then we have an agreement with the county that we'll have 14 of them completed by 2025.
We could expand to an age-in-place unit after this complex is done, because, elder veterans are having a hard time paying their rent because rents are going up and their fixed income. So that's in the works.
One of the things is your question about how many units starting. So this is phase 1 in the bigger picture. What that then materializes really kind of depends on what happens and the success. If we see as a county that there's more need, we do have land available. We have about 180 acres of land here, developable land. And so, as you know, we have a lot of county services on Curry Lane. We have some services on this side, and one of the projects that we felt meets what we're looking to accomplish here is, of course, what Gail and Kim have been proposing.
And we are always welcome to look for volunteers. We've got about 200 on our list, but we're always looking for mentors, veteran mentors, to kind of help them along. There's a volunteer page on our website, so it's veteransfirstnew.com. Just go ahead and sign up to volunteer.
What makes this project different than the one that occurred in Appleton all those years ago, where they built veterans homes as well?
The biggest thing is there's no transitional units there, and our program is going to be that they're going to be back into the community within 5 years. Like the transitional will have a 2-year program, and then the affordable will be a 3-year. So, Veterans Village is an awesome place, but the fact that they're just going to be a permanent resident there, where we want to give them the resources that they can get back into the community, get them back on their feet, financial literacy, job training, job availability, and then get them back, and then follow them through a little bit. With the mentors, we hope that they're going to carry through after they leave our village.
What does it just mean just to give back to the community this way? I mean, you guys have done this for numerous amounts of veterans, but just what does it mean to give back?
It means everything to me. I've been working with veterans my whole life. Started out as a hospital corpsman taking care of Vietnam vets, and I don't ever want to stop. Just want to continue. It just means the world to me, and he's right on board. So we're just so appreciative of this chance that we can have possibly to do that.
I think that's what gives us community pride, and that's what makes projects like this, certainly from my perspective, and I would assume that the county board, is when you see that inspiration, you see that community involvement. What makes community strong is that actually the members who live within your community that are driven to make change and to provide, and it's not always looking to government to solve the problems. That's why, this project in itself, just because of the inspiration, the drive, the want, is just special, and just from that standpoint. Of course, as Kim noted, freedom is not free. The sacrifices that the men and women have done for this country to give this great country that we live in, it's just a small sacrifice that we can do to try to show our appreciation. And I would say, the question about, we're hoping that communities throughout the state of Wisconsin provide some form of housing. As we know, a lot of the homeless within communities throughout the United States and state of Wisconsin are veterans. And so the fact that in the Appleton area they've done something is, I think, a step forward, and we certainly learned. We saw that as an opportunity, and luckily we had 2 community members that came forward and said, we want to do something similar, but a little bit different. And so what we're hearing here right now is, how do we get people on the path of recovery? And the message there is, first, let's start with safe and secure housing, and then from there, let's work on the programs, the mental health, and what can we do to get them stable and employed. It's a great story. Can't wait to see in 6 years the first graduate.
Do you have any renderings yet?
I'm sorry?
Renderings of what it will look like?
We do have some basic renderings. It's kind of an evolution because we're trying to meet all of the city codes as far as the daylight openings and that type of thing. So right now I'm kind of reworking the window openings and that type of thing, but I do have a basic rendering, yes.
And once we meet with the city, then we'll be able to figure out we'll have to talk about the parameters of the plot and everything, where things are going to be located.
Would we be able to see any of those renderings right now, or do we want to hold off for a little bit?
I have some in the car.
Yeah, we can get you some as long as you know that we're going to be changing a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah,
The vision.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
the vision.
The vision. High level, right? High level vision. It always starts with the vision, you guys. All right, you guys, we're done with this. Obviously, Kim and Gail are available, Chairman Buckley, to talk about, in the end, it's going to be up to the county board supervisors to authorize this. I believe it does take 2/3, Dave? 2/3. It does take 2/3.